special role.
Yeah, exactly.
It doubled its GNR, is now the front runner in the EU accession and negotiation process, of which is more than 1% of Montenegro population in post-2015 consultation. It's been public discussion. We have launched Innovation Challenge, Open Ideas for Montenegro, and Be Responsible application, which is crowdsourced.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is truly my pleasure to address you today and to thank UNDP for giving me an opportunity to share my views on such a vital issue we're discussing today. Let me begin by quoting Ralph Waldo Emerson, who said that knowledge comes by eyes always open and working hands, and there is no knowledge that is not power. The most valuable resource of any country is its intellectual potential, effectively exploited through innovation. Today, innovation performance is a crucial determinant of competitiveness and national progress. Moreover, innovation is important to help address the greatest global challenges, such as climate change, sustainable development, and poverty eradication. Competitiveness and cooperation, two of the main elements of globalization, demand for innovation as a prerequisite that will keep us move forward individually and collectively. We cannot predict the future, indeed, but we are obliged to collaborate with each other in creating better perspectives based on exchange of knowledge and best practices. Living in an interconnected, mutually dependent and constantly changing world urges for new ideas and proactive, ambitious approach in dealing with global challenges. It is necessary, therefore, that each of individual actors determine its individual role to fit into global mosaic. In the government of Montenegro, we also strive to make our own microsystem compatible with the international one. We choose to build our system with the support of international organizations and institutions which are acquainted with the processes Montenegro goes through, so as to upgrade the level of our competitiveness. The size of one country and its society is no longer perceived as it traditionally used to be by the size of its territory and population. It is rather determined by the quality of educational system that fosters development of open-minded, creative and capable people. We're not talking here only about formal education, but wider education as far as I'm concerned, because everything what we're doing, everything that Rasta was talking about is also part of educational system. Nowadays it's changing. It's not only going to schools, it's about living in a society which is proactive and open. It is actually taking part in the taking part in the public sphere. That is why we need to further invest in the educational system, which is a precondition for development. And for this reason, we have established the Ministry of Science and introduced a new approach to the role of science, promoting an innovating concept of research and development. It is our goal to build our future as a society which cherishes an innovative and entrepreneurial spirit in order to follow new global trends and ensure sustainable economic growth. Through implementation of European and Euro-Atlantic agenda, we strengthen legal security and create conditions for further economic recovery and growth that is a key for prosperity of Montenegrin society in the long run. Our vision of human resource development, among other, foresees forging strong links between economy, science and research. In that respect, we will continue to work on development of public-private partnership schemes, through which we would like to establish technological parks and centers of excellence, stimulating new technology-oriented companies that would generate employment and economic growth. In order to realize such a vision, we cooperate with international partners in implementing the strategy on science and research and strategic plans on establishment of centers of excellence. Also, Montenegro joined the Open Government Partnership Initiative because the more transparency and economic freedoms, the more and the faster economic growth. And through projects such as Vox Populi and Open Ideas for Montenegro that resulted in applying mobile application Be Responsible, for instance, we have started to reinvent relationship between governments and civil society, and to involve citizens in using new technology and innovation. Let me take this opportunity to thank UNDP for successful and meaningful cooperation in this field. Beyond national, there is regional context to think of too. Certainly there is a need in the region to do and invest more in the field of innovation and research development. Therefore, it is encouraging that recently Western Balkan countries' ministers of science, including Montenegro, adopted the regional research development strategy for innovation and declaration, which envisages further strengthening of capacities needed for fulfillment of EU conditions in the field of research and development. Dear guests, this event is another opportunity for us in Montenegro to learn from the leading experts how to make knowledge, new technology and innovation work best for development. The government of Montenegro will continue with its efforts in achieving the ideals which would make us all together more aware of global needs and more agile to reach solutions for new era-mounting challenges. We understand knowledge and innovation not only as a guarantee for prosperity, but as a necessity for dealing with the uncertainties which globalization posts ahead of us. We are ready to give our contribution. Thank you very much.